Okay, well, today is April 1st. Um, it's about 9:20 something. I'm gonna be leaving shortly. The reason of this video is because I want to send out one final message to a couple of people that are very special to me, and then to the world as well. So let me do a brief introduction. I made a pledge on March 15th. Actually, I made that pledge before with the full moon as my witness, and but I made it official. I made the pledge public on March 15th, and the reason why I did it public was not because I wanted for people to read my story and know exactly, like what's going on with me and everything and what I'm doing and why. It was like a pledge to myself, but by doing it public, by making it public, then I couldn't go back on my pledge. I don't know if that makes any sense, because I made it public, So unlike if I would have just kept it to myself and be like, you know what, on April 1st, I'm just gonna leave my house, I'm gonna renounce to all of my earthly to all earthly things, and I'm going to detach myself from the world, and I'm going to seek nirvana. Then later on, a couple of days later or whatever, I could start having like second thoughts and then be like, yeah, you know what, this isn't a good idea, and like whatever, like letting the analytical mind, kind of like take over and like stop me from doing what my heart is telling me to do. So that's the reason why I made it public. And just to clarify that, because I have been receiving a couple of messages from people like being concerned and telling me this and telling me that, like you're exposing your life on social media, and I'm like, I knew that was meant to happen, but it was not the intention. Now I'm telling you. But regardless of whether like you're all entitled to believe and think whatever you want, and that's totally okay as well, because I have absolutely nothing to hide whatsoever. And if anything, I'm being very, very transparent about everything, and I have no shame. I have no shame whatsoever, because I'm not doing anything wrong. If anything, what I'm doing is out of love, and what started or it started out of love for like two very important beings, my daughter Penelope and Sarah, my twin flame. And I call her my twin flame because that's who I feel that she is, or that this is what I know in my heart. She doesn't have to agree, that's fine. And when I say she doesn't have to agree, I do understand that most of us are on sleeping mode. We don't remember who we are, why we're here, who created us, why, what our purpose is, and all of that. We just don't. We've been unplugged, we've been disconnected, And that's why when you you begin remembering who you are, and you remembering all this knowledge, is called the spiritual awakening, because literally you wake up, to who you really are. And then it's just kind of like, one thing leads to another, one thing leads to another, and then it comes to a point where you're like, you know what? I already know who I am. I already remember who I am. And if I already remember who I am, that I'm a being of light, a divine being of light, having a physical experience, and I'm protected by the entire universe, I have nothing to worry about anything. So with that being said, I'm renouncing to absolutely everything, and today I'm leaving my home with just my backpack, 2 Ziplocs of peanuts and some nuts on the other Ziploc, a water container. It's empty now, but I'm gonna fill it up before I leave. and that's it. And I'm leaving my home with zero money. Whatever money that I have left, I'm gonna wire it to my daughter's mom, which isn't much anyways, but it's all that I have, and I'm leaving my home. I'm renouncing to two businesses that I created, one USA Vegan Magazine and the other one Vegan Guide app, and I'm going to start this journey. I'm gonna start this journey by foot. I'm gonna walk from here, from South Beach in Miami Beach to California in search of the tallest tree in the world, which is called the Hyperion tree. It's in a hidden place in a national park in California, close to San Francisco. Redwood, if I'm not mistaken, it's the name of the park. And this tree is known to be the tallest one in the world, yet its location is kept hidden because obviously, for obvious reasons, they don't want tourists to come, and then mess up everything like we humans tend to do. So I'm gonna be walking to San Francisco starting today, April 1st. I don't know how long it's gonna take me. I'm bringing only my backpack, zero money, small sleeping bag, and the whole idea is to make it to California. And when I do make it to California, I'm gonna perform a master ceremony. When I'm able to find this tree, master ceremony and meditation until I reach enlightenment, just like Buddha did, and many other ascended masters. But just the way he did it by a tree, and it just kind of resonates. I'm not trying to emulate anyone. I'm not trying to follow anybody's footstep. I follow my own. I follow my heart. My heart is my GPS, so wherever my heart takes me, if my heart takes me left, then I will go left. If my heart takes me right, I'll go right. But I'm just following my heart. And when I do mention names like Buddha and Jesus, I've used them as reference. It's not that I'm trying to become them, or I just use them as reference. I'm just trying to be me. I just want to be me. That's it. And I believe that I'm a combination of everything. I'm a combination of all religions, but at the same time, I have no religion. To me, my religion is love. So anything done out of love works for me. That's it. I'm not the type of person who reads or specific scripture, is that what it's called? Or go to a specific temple or pray to a specific God. To me, if anything, to me, I'm everything. Because all religions have one thing in common: one God, and that we created equally with love. And that's exactly how I see myself. I see myself as being a divine being of love, which I am. That's all I have in my heart. I don't have anything else. But I think it's time for me to, with all the knowledge that I have, to trust and surrender, which is what I'm doing. I'm trusting and surrendering to God, to the universe, to Prime Creator, to Source Energy, to the Almighty. And I'm not doing anything different, and I know that a lot of people are freaking out and a lot of people are worried about me, especially relatives, and whoever starts watching these videos and starts following me, a lot of people are probably going to point fingers and judge and say, how could you do this? And I've been told, how could you do this to your daughter? And well, first of all, I want to say that my daughter is the first one who supports me into doing this. She gives me her full support. She totally understands what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And now things have changed. when I first started, I wanted to do it, well, like I said, out of love for these two beings and for myself, and and but these past 15 days have shown me that it's not about wanting to do this just because out of love for my daughter and for Sarah. Both of them who I love with all of my heart. But I learned that I also love everybody with all of my heart. Not that I've learned, it's like I discovered. I spent the last 15 days connecting with people more than ever and being criticized by it, saying like people like, don't leave your house, why do you do this, stay at home. I don't live in fear. Especially now, I don't live in fear. I lost that a while ago. I believe that fear is the worst disease in the world. It's the worst virus, the most lethal virus in the world. It's the worst disease. Because it is through fear that you end up getting sick. And this is not just Sebastian saying it, it's called, law of attraction. You can also please Google that. I invite you to do some research, because this isn't just me sitting here just like whatever, speaking my mind. I invite you to Google this information and then, make your own decision, If it resonates with you, great. Perhaps you'll start, learning something you didn't know. If it doesn't resonate with you, then that's fine as well. I'm not here to change anybody. I'm doing this, I'm the one doing this, I'm the one who's gonna go out there, who's gonna leave the house, my home, who's gonna leave everything, who's gonna bring zero money, who's gonna sleep out on the streets. Not knowing what's gonna happen, where I'm going to sleep, where I'm gonna eat tomorrow. I'm gonna eat what people kindly offer me. And if it comes to a point where I'm too hungry, I'll ask for food. But I will not take money. I will never ask for money. Because just like my boss said, I'm unplugging myself from the matrix completely. Because I understand that it is the matrix that has kept us asleep this whole time. And I'm not asleep anymore. I'm very, very awakened. But I'm doing this because I trust and surrender to God. I know that I'm gonna be fine. I don't know what I'm gonna go through, but I know that at the end of the day, I'm gonna be fine. And this is the biggest sacrifice ever that I could do and offer. An offer that I believed, that I trusted, with my eyes closed. That I renounced and gave up absolutely everything. Even when the whole world, points their finger or might point their fingers at me. How could you do it? How could you do this? How could you do that to your daughter? It's funny, when I was in going to school, I remember they used to say this. They used to teach us this, and it never resonated with me, even though I was a little kid. And they were like, yeah, no, we come to Earth. This is what they would teach us in history or science. I don't remember. human science. And then they were like, oh, we come to Earth, you live, you grow up, you have a family, and then you die. Something like that, along those lines. Sounds cooler in Spanish. And that never resonated with me. I'm like, really? Like, that's the reason why I was created, so that I could come and go to school, and then go to school again, and then go to high school, and then go to college, and then spend my whole life just studying, so that I can later get a job, and then pay for that student loan that I got, but get a job so that I can bust my butt and start making money, so that I can pay all of the bills and all of the loans that I got and everything. And then I'll get married eventually, I have a family, and then just grow old and die. That's it. That's the reason why I came. I'm sorry, but I never bought that crap, you know. If that's the reason for my existence, what a waste of cosmic energy, you know what I mean? What a waste. That cannot be the reason of my existence. We all have a purpose, we all have a mission. I happen to remember mine. So anyways, with that being said, I'm going to start, I'm going to send a message to my daughter, and then to a couple other people, and then to the world. My little princess, thank you for giving me your full support. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for understanding that I'm doing this not only for myself, but for you as well, and for all of humanity. I don't want to see suffering in the world anymore. I can't live in a place where people suffer, where people cry, when people go to sleep on an empty stomach, where there are people sleeping on the streets and they don't have a home. And they've been forgotten. I don't want to live in a world where people kill each other. I can't say that this is easy. I can say that I cannot say that it was easy saying goodbye to you. I can't say that it was easy packing, preparing for this. I'm well aware of what I'm doing. But I've got to do it. And I'm not doing anything that other beings have done, like the Ascended Masters. And people say that, oh, how can you compare yourself to Jesus, the Son of God? Well, am I not the Son of God as well? Aren't we all the Son of Gods? Or daughters? And what's the difference? I need to reach enlightenment and bring hope to Earth. like I promised, I will ask God, Source, Prime Creator, to please allow us all to return home. At least the ones who want to come home. And by that I mean like to remember who we are. Thank you for watching the movie, The Story of Buddha and of Jesus with me just a few days ago. And I know that that helped you understood what I'm doing. Thank you for telling me the other day that sometimes in your dreams you see me with something here in my forehead by my third eye and with a halo light on my head. I don't know where that came from, but the fact that you said that means the world to me. Because it reassures me that I'm on the right path and that I'm doing the right thing. Thank you for being the most amazing being in the world, for having such an amazing heart. Thank you for teaching me so many lessons. Thank you for being the best daughter, best child that a father could ever ask for, or a mother. I've never met another child with a heart as huge as yours. And I know we're all equal, because we are. But just like your daddy, you're also awake. That's the difference. Thank you for sharing so many special moments with me. Thank you for always trying to please me in every way. Thank you for being you. And don't ever let anybody tell you that I forgot about you or that I didn't care about you, because it's the opposite. I'm doing this because I never want to see you cry again. I never want to see you being unhappy again. Wishing that you could just do things that kids are supposed to do. Wishing that you could be a child. Really sorry for having put you aside so many times, not being able to come and see you when I was supposed to, spend time with you during some holidays or vacations. But even though I was dying to see you, I couldn't do so because I had to work. So that I could pay for your child support. And so that I didn't end up in jail, as I was always threatened. And what would you do with the dad in jail? So as much as it would break my heart, to do it because I needed the money. And I'm sorry that I put money before you. I'm really, really sorry. Because that should never be the case. And it should never be above another human being. And it should never be above, especially above your own children. However, that's the world that we live in, which is the reason why I'm doing this the way that I'm doing it. Because from now on, I'm only trusting God. I'm only trusting the universe. And I'm trusting myself. Please watch the videos that I made for you. Look at the pictures that I gave you today. Print them out. Put them on the wall and look at them. Every time you get sad, every time you think like what my daddy is doing, how's my daddy? Is he okay? I miss him. Just look at those videos. Look at the video, look at the pictures. And remember what I'm doing. And I promise I'm gonna do this as soon as possible. As fast as I can, not as soon as possible, as fast as I can. If I can run, I will run. If I have to get rid of my backpack, just so that I could walk faster, I will do so. Just be patient, please, and believe in your daddy, okay? So I'm gonna keep my promise, and I am coming back. And we've had this conversation. So no matter what happens, God is coming back. I love you, my beautiful princess. Always keep your phone on, please. Always keep your phone charged. I don't know how I'm gonna, when I'm gonna be able to call you. I'm only gonna call you. I'm not gonna have service on my phone. I'm only gonna call you whenever I'm able to connect to Wi-Fi. So I don't know how often I'm gonna be able to do that. Just have your phone charged, please. And always check your WhatsApp. And keep on sending me as many messages as you can, so that whenever I am able to connect, I can hear him. I can hear your voice. Thank you, sweetie. I love you. My beautiful Pleiadian. Love you with all of my heart. The second message is for Sarah. Thank you for everything. Thank you for all the teachings. You have no idea how much I've learned. How much I've learned about myself because of you. Thank you for teaching me the true meaning of unconditional love. Before meeting you, I didn't even know that that term existed or what it meant. Until I met you and understood. After you left, that true love is unconditional. Meaning you don't expect anything. You don't ask for anything in return. You just love. And you love even when and you're not loved back. I'm so grateful and thankful for having met you. And I wanted you to know that there isn't a single day that goes by or a single hour, and many times even a single minute when I'm not thinking about you. You, along with Penelope and my kitten Kiara, to me are my family. And I'm not talking about my family from this third dimensional world, like my real family, my soul family. I know that there are many things that you don't understand. And once again, that's because we're asleep. But there are many things that I do understand. And because of that, I'm just grateful, thankful. And just like I made Penelope a promise, that I will reach enlightenment and I will bring her back, her magic unicorn, because I will. I also promise you that one day I was gonna put the universe, the whole universe at your feet. And I plan on keeping that promise. I told you on New Year's that there isn't a single being in the entire universe that would ever love you more than I love you. And I stand by my word. And it's the purest feeling of genuine love. Thank you. I love you. It's gonna be 10. I have to leave soon. This next message is for Penelope's mom, para Elizabeth. También quiero agradecerte por todo lo que has hecho, porque como dije al principio de esta grabación, es a través del dolor y el sufrimiento que nosotros aprendemos. Y fue a través de ese dolor y ese sufrimiento que yo pude aprender todo lo que he aprendido. Y que me permite estar haciendo esto que estoy haciendo ahora. Confiando plenamente en el poder del universo, en el poder de Dios. Plenamente. Ya no hay más. De ahora en adelante, cuando deje esta casa, tenemos el universo y yo. Te deseo realmente que puedas encontrar paz, que puedas reconciliarte con tu papi, Y sobre todas las cosas, que hagas lo imposible, siempre, por hacer a nuestra hija feliz. Buscar qué es lo que le gusta, qué la hace feliz, cuáles son sus platos favoritos, qué le gusta hacer, dónde le gusta hacer, a dónde le gusta ir, cuáles son sus hobbies y qué no le gusta. Y es en toda nuestra función como padres. Como padres es nuestra única función. Asegurarnos que nuestros hijos sean felices. No que nuestros hijos sean lo que nosotros no pudimos ser. No que nuestros hijos tengan lo que nosotros no pudimos tener. Es que sean felices. Eso es todo. Porque lo que nos hace felices a nosotros no necesariamente los hace felices a ellos. ¿Y de qué vale al final estudiar 20, 30 años de tu vida para comprarte esa casa y ese carro, cuando empezando desde tu niñez fuiste infeliz? Qué absurdo. Yo preferiría 1000 veces nunca tener ni esa casa ni ese carro y solamente tener recuerdos hermosos de mi niñez, de mi vida en general, recuerdos de felicidad. Lo material nunca puede estar por encima de la felicidad, y menos de la felicidad de nuestros hijos. Gracias por todo. También te quiero mucho. E insisto, espero que puedas encontrar paz. Es el motivo de nuestra existencia. Venimos a vivir en paz, en armonía, a ser felices, ni a ser miserables, ni a sufrir, ni a hacer a otros sufrir. Eso no es placentero, a nadie le gusta eso. Te quiero mucho. Gracias. I have to leave pretty soon. No, this is lengthy, 38 minutes already. This is my first time doing this. I hope it comes out well.